When you do an interview of a customer, of like you're doing like a customer profile, is that the same process where you're looking for someone that's similar to the brand, or are you looking for just like an ideal customer? What's your case there?
Yeah, I think I think they're kind of connected, those two things.
Sure.
Definitely, like, it would be that ideal customer, and kind of talking about, like I talked about a bit earlier, like, who is the customer that all the other customers can kind of aspire to be.
Yes.
Right. Like, maybe they've accomplished something, or, like, some of the stories that I've told through these customer testimonials is a customer that kind of overcame a challenge, and they kind of tell that story on camera. And if it's something that other fellow customers can also identify with, of like, oh, I have that same challenge as well, and here's a story that's, interesting, emotional, about how they overcame that challenge. And so I think it's kind of that, like, when you're interviewing a customer for more of a testimonial, it's really important that you understand your customer base, your target audience. Like, what value are they looking for in your business, and how can you then tell that story? I recently did, again, like, just finished up this larger project doing a recruitment video for a school division, and there, one of the values, I guess, that we identified kind of at the beginning of the pre-production of this video was that, the Lord Selkirk School Division really values people, and really supports their teachers, and really, like, encourages growth, and really stands behind teachers. And there's a lot more of this kind of community environment. And with this video, it wasn't scripted; it was just an interview. But there was, a teacher or a principal that I spoke to, where, he told this story about how he got hired back in, like, the 90s or 80s, that kind of thing.
Long time.
And he was, did his first couple months of teaching on a term, and he, at the end of it, was like, I'm not cut out to be a teacher. Like, this was awful. Like, I'm obviously terrible at this. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. But then he tells a story about how his principal at the time, like, his boss, ended up extending his term without actually telling him that he had done that. And so there's kind of just this story of, like, it's kind of a funny story about how he thought that he was a terrible teacher and he was going to quit. But then his boss was like, no, I'm extending your term. And he didn't even tell him that. He just did it, and I guess told him later, kind of thing. But, and it's an interesting story.